This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 46, verse 11. Go up into Gilead and take balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami Camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 46, verse 11, is that I'm going to show a couple of articles that proves that America can't be healed, no matter how much money they print or don't print, no matter how much, they raise interest rates or lower interest rates. This place cannot be healed, all right? And we're coming to a point of a great, economic crash, all right, that no one has ever seen, all right? And a lot of people are going to get laid off, and there's going to be a lot of sedition, a lot of uproars, a lot of civil unrest, all right? And this is a sign that we're at the end, of this beast system, which is Yapa. And we're looking forward to this. And you got to be looking forward to this. All right? So let's get into this article. The Hill. 6 reasons a recession, scratch that, a depression is in the cards soon. That's right. And you notice now they're going to start bringing out these articles more and more and more of the impending danger because it's October, right? Now it's time for you wacky-tacky, sheeple Americans to engage in your, feast days, right? Your Halloweens, your Thanksgivings, and your Christmases and New Year's, right? So that's going to be on the mind of the sheep, while everything starts to unravel, And that's why they're bringing this out, because now, they can't hide the truth anymore, A great crash is coming. It says, while the summer brought lower inflation rates. Now, I call BS on that, Because when it comes to calculating the inflation rate, they never include food or energy prices, Hey, I'll give you an article to back that up. This is from Core Inflation Definition, Investopedia. Key takeaways: core inflation is the change in the cost of goods and services, but does not include those from the food and energy sectors. Food and energy prices are exempt from this calculation because their prices can be too volatile, meaning it fluctuates, or fluctuate, there's the word wildly, right? Which that is a sign, that is a cause for concern. Because if food price and energy prices are constantly fluctuating, they're volatile, that means you have an unstable, economy, Meaning America is not able, to handle, their household management, their financial household management, unstable weights and measurements, unstable. You know what? Where's that scripture? I got it right here. Let me bring it out. I thought I had it. Was it Proverbs 11? Hey, Tawari Abashim Shai for giving me some memory. It's always, hey, Tawari Abashim Shai. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight, right? And America runs its monetary system, its economy, in a false balanced manner. All right. That's why inflation, all right, fluctuates with food and energy. Okay. And they don't like including that in the inflation calculation. So they can, why? To hide the sheeple, to hide, all right, from the sheeple, excuse me, all right, what's really going on. So I just want to throw that out. So I call BS on that. Higher job rates. I also call BS on that because, yes, there was a lot of jobs, all right, being taken, but what were the salary on those jobs? What were those jobs paying? Okay? Shit. That's why you got a lot of people, mainly our people, working 2 or 3 jobs just to get by. All right? So I call bullshit on that. And boosts of consumer spending. Well, when you don't have physical cash, you're going to go to credit cards. And that's why there's a huge credit card balloon debt that's about to bust. All right, which I'm looking forward to, because that's gonna fuck up a lot of things in this country, man. All right? So that's the reason why there was consumer spending. And also another thing, here in America, all right, most people here are consumers, all right? They don't own anything, especially our people. We have to go to Esau, Edom for one of all things, all right? So if you need your car fixed, all right, you got to consume, all right? You need to purchase a vehicle, you got to consume. You need to buy food, you got to consume. You want to put shoes on your feet, you got to consume, okay? And Jake will swipe that credit card like it ain't no thing, all right? That's why, all right, they're going to be the ones to feel it when all hell breaks loose, all right? Because Jake is how can I say this lightly? The bulk of Jake is financial, they're financially illiterate, and it was designed that way. All right, and when I say Jake, I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right, Hosea chapter 4 and 6. Because the Bible teaches you about weights and measurements. The Bible could teach you about finances too. All right, but Jake, you know, it's funny. Jake claims to believe in the Lord, but they don't even take heed to the Lord when he talks about money as a defense. All right? Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. Right? All right? When you go into that word law, it means instructions. Okay? It means directions. I will also forget thy children. Right? Thy children. So the key point is my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And our people are financially illiterate. Okay? And basic common sense. Like, hey, if you swipe that credit card, okay, there's an interest rate added to it. All right? And it's just only going to keep adding and adding and adding. You don't want to keep swiping those credit cards too much. Continuing on. All right? But we're focusing on America. All right? Just throwing that in there for our people. So here's the problem that's going on right now currently in America. Citing the ongoing auto worker strike. All right, so right now there's an auto worker strike happening. But not just an auto worker strike. You also got in the healthcare industry, 75,000 workers posed for the largest healthcare strike in U.S. history. Right, this is going to happen tomorrow on October the 4th. So could October 4th be a whole bunch of Americans are finally protesting, finally raising hell? Okay, could that be the event while simultaneously the economy is crumbling? All right. You also, on October 4th, you have the federal emergency alert that's going to happen at 2:20 p.m. October 4th. So if your phone goes off, all right, if you're watching TV, which I don't know why you're watching TV at 2:20 p.m., all right, unless you're watching The Apostles at 2:20 p.m., you should be either sleeping, all right, watching The Apostles, or working. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got a lot of lazy fucks that just live off the system, okay? And they're going to feel it too, because best believe federal social programs are going to be cut, okay? But just throwing that out there, there's a lot of protesting happening tomorrow, all right? Let's continue on. Citing the ongoing auto worker strike, the return of the student loan repayments, right, that kicked in. Fiscal year. We're in the new fiscal year, 2024 fiscal year, okay? That's federal government, okay? That's how they calculate their funds. Fiscal year starts October 1st, okay? That's the new fiscal year. Just if you didn't know, now you know. And the looming threat of government shutdown with Congress, short-term spending bill lapses in November, right? That's a fucking joke. Bloomberg predicted at least a percentage point decrease in the GDP growth in the fourth quarter, right? And this is during the holiday season, okay? That's crazy. It's gonna happen. Soft landing optimism always comes before a recession, right? So when you start hearing, all right, we're getting ready for a soft landing, it's gonna be a hard landing, okay? And they give you a history lesson, referencing data that show optimism about the economy often peaks before downturn hits. Bloomberg pointed to then San Francisco Fed President Janet Yellen, who's now the Secretary of Treasury under the Biden administration, comments in 2007 where she predicted a soft landing 2 months before the beginning of the Great Recession, okay, which it was a depression, but they're going to call it the Great Recession. Last month, Yellen, now the Secretary for the Treasury Department, said she's feeling very good about the U.S. making a soft economic landing without a recession. That's a lie, okay? So now the Hill's calling out her lie, all right? More specifically, Bloomberg. But the Hill is subscribing to it because they put it on their platform as well, okay? Or else why would you write a title like that, your headline? As for why economists often do not anticipate recessions, Bloomberg pointed to the nonlinear nature of recessions that contradict people's usual predictions that similar trends naturally will continue. Exactly, okay? And the Bloomberg is ran by who? The JJs, okay? So it goes on and says Bloomberg used the example of the Federal Reserve latest unemployment forecast, right? So they're just using data, statistics from the horse's mouth, all right? This is why people need to wake up and really start examining what is going on behind the scenes, all right? It's about to get real nasty in the streets of Babylon. What are you doing? It stated on and said, which predicted the jobless rate to reach 4.1% by the end of 2023 and 4.7% by the end of 2024, which would indicate avoiding recession. Looking at a hypothetical break in the trend in the case of an economic downfall, Bloomberg's model predicted much higher unemployment rates than currently forecast by the Federal Reserve. Right. The Federal Reserve is lying, okay? They're not going to give you the truth, okay? So a big unemployment is going to skyrocket, okay? Here's the reason why I wanted to bring this out. The full impact of Fed hikes haven't been felt yet. That's why, all right? They've increased, okay, the interest rates, the Fed, is who I'm speaking about, for the past 2 years, okay? Just think about it. When the pandemic hit, right? Donald Trump sent all that money in 2000 and in 2001. And that's Jake, man. This Jake just caught up in the, Southern Kingdom, bug out. You didn't have to do all that extra shit. It's a damn bike. Anyway, put a helmet on. Our Lord gonna judge your ass. Anyway, Jake is so goofy, man. Jake, okay, just lives carelessly. But anyway, continuing on. So, remember, inflation didn't kick in, all right, till about 2022, 2023, after Donald Trump, okay, gave out all those stimmies, all right, in 2020 and 2020, and then Biden in 2021, right? So the stimmies, the inflation didn't kick in until 2022, 2023, all right? So, and in 2022 and 2023, they were raising interest rates consistently. So yeah, it's about that time, all right? It only takes about 2 to 3 years to feel the effects, okay, of what these people have done. It's coming. There's no stopping it. Bloomberg stressed, okay, I read that already. So here you go. The United Auto Workers Assistance issue, the return of student loan bills, the surge of oil prices. Get ready to see gas prices go up. A lot of people are going to be taking the bus and the train or walking. Government shutdown, okay, which, that's either near or there, all right? Maybe, we'll see how that goes because they always keep kicking the can down the road. Here's another one, and I mentioned this earlier in this lesson. The credit squeeze is only the beginning. Looking at the Fed survey of senior loan officers at banks, Bloomberg reported the latest reading shows around half of large and mid-sized banks are establishing tougher criteria for commercial and industrial loans. Besides the pandemic period, Bloomberg reported this is the highest since the 2008 financial crisis. Boom. History repeats itself. Okay? Another article, not out of the woods yet. Falling inflation could still sink Biden because Americans are upset by how much more expensive key basics still are than in 2019. Right. So that's kind of an oxymoron. How can you say there's falling inflation, but yet Americans are complaining by, the cost of living continues to skyrocket. All right. And they're seeing a major difference between 2019 and now. All right. And they're complaining about the gas and the food. Okay? And that's what people need in order to go to work, in order to put food on their family. That's how you know all hell's going to break loose. Okay? So let's get some scriptures. Nahum chapter 3, verse 18. The shepherds have slumber, O kings of Assyria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathereth them. Right? Okay? These politicians and these people that are supposed to run the country, they're literally sleeping at the wheel, or they just don't give a fuck because they know it's not going to affect them, okay? And that's why, I'm speaking, to the latter because they don't give a fuck, okay? That's why they're pushing out all these distractions. But here's the point. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. Again, you cannot be healed. Okay? There's no cure for this place. All that hear the bruit of these shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually? Now, when you go into the NLT version, it states, there is no healing for your wound. Your injury is fatal. All who hear of your destruction will clap their hands for joy. Right, all these nations are going to laugh at America when all hell breaks loose, man. And of course, the destruction. Okay? All right? Only the merchants are going to be mourning. Okay? But a lot of these people, man, they're going to look at, especially the elect of Israel, we're going to clap our hands and rejoice. But a lot of people are going to be clapping their hands at America when all hell and pandemonium breaks out. Here in Babylon the Great. Where can anyone be found who has not suffered from your continual cruelty? Right. Okay, and this is judgment for all the hell and pain you gave to these other nations, man, including the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites. Okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, that's why America's getting judged first and foremost. Fuck these other nations, but these other nations too are going to be rejoicing at your fall. All right, because they're tired of your shit, man. Okay, they're looking forward to this place going down. All right, let's get some invading scriptures. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, and of course, not every city is going to be in shambles. There's going to be certain areas in America that's going to be up and running, and the apostles have gone into this. But there's going to be certain areas in America that's going to be fucked up. Like, me speculating, there's 3 cities that come to mind that's going to look pretty bad. You got Detroit, okay? You've got Pittsburgh, you got Philadelphia, okay? They come to mind. And Chicago, okay? Chicago's in so much debt. I don't even know how they still can sustain. All right. Chicago is, was part of my 3, but then I saw how Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania was, and they had to get included into my top 3 of cities that are going to be in turmoil. And, the Lord is going to be with the elect that are out there, those men, okay, and women that have been truly seeking the Lord. All right. And of course, if they have to leave, they'll just leave. They'll go to another city, another town, brothers, that's why we have the brotherhood. That's why brothers will be there to take care if brothers got to leave. Because, hey, the scriptures talk about, all right, flee to another city, okay? You're going to have to do that, all right? But those are the three major cities, okay? And then Chicago's the fourth one. Sometimes Chicago's comes back in 3, and sometimes it goes away because the amount of debt Chicago has consumed. I don't know how the fuck that city is functioning, all right? There must definitely be some shady shit going on in Chicago, but what do you expect? It is Chicago, right? The Chicago way. 15, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, and that's coming, man. Food, I need gas, I need your shit, I need energy, whatever. Okay, that's what's coming. 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. The courts of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, okay? Fuck what the current president is. Whoever the fucking current president has got to say. Fuck what that mayor's got to say. Fuck what that senator's got to say. Fuck what that police commissioner got to say. Okay, anybody in authority is going to be fuck what they got to say. Okay, it's going to go all hell. It's going to be all hell breaking loose. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courts of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, okay? Purge-like scenario. 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right. Okay? And hey, shit can happen, man. You know, certain cities could be in shambles. And then right there, hey, we got the solution. Let's bring it in a chip, an RFID chip. Okay? Because they got to make the scenario so bad that people are going to run and get hit with that chip. Okay? And this is a great scenario. Fuck up the economy. Okay? And it's being done, okay, by design. All right? Starting with the elites. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Lord is the one, okay, making sure this happens so that prophecy could be fulfilled. And that's comforting. All right, because there's nothing you could do to stop this. This is going to happen. So, last one, defeating inflation without a higher unemployment is still unlikely. CNN Business. Boom. Notice how now CNN is telling the news, all right, because all the distractions are coming. It's holiday season, so now, you know, time for you retards in America to be distracted on holiday bullshit, okay? So now they're being open with this. So Lord willing, you know, one more. Milk scripture. We got to bring it out again. Where is it at? Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Right? Again, there's no cure in this place. No matter how much stimmies they throw at it. No matter, okay, little deceptive shit that they do, this place is still falling, okay? And who's going to be affected the worst? Okay, the poor is always the poor, all right? And that's why our people, you need to serve the Lord, okay? You need to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is going to happen. America will be in chaos mode when the whole economy collapses, and we're getting to it. We're getting to the great collapse. We don't know when, but it's coming because, hey, the news media now behind the scenes is starting to throw it out there, all right, to show face like, hey, we did report it, but it wasn't on your time. It's on when, and that's how they move, okay? So Lord willing, let's edifying. I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. It's getting close. All right. Stay prayed up. Pray for fewer days, pray for shorter days. All right, we're almost out of here. Shalom and the Bible ball. Shalom.